do my retinas in this light. For God's sake, I'm getting sunburned. We are, of course, waiting for the star of the show to arrive. There's no tins of beer or sausage rolls in the green room.
I'm putting this all in the video.
And there's no money available for any guest stars such as myself. But what can we do? Sometimes you have to do a bit of charity work for nothing to further lesser stars' careers, such as, you know, Leanne. Are you ready now?
Yeah. I think it needs to come over more your way.
Why?
Because you're like half out of the picture.
Alright.
Alright. Hello. Hello everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. I'm joined today by a special guest, my dad.
That's me.
We're going to do a challenge, like tag kind of thing, just a few questions and answers. How well do you know your dad? And I'm going to ask my dad a few questions about how well he knows me.
I only adopted it yesterday, so we don't know a lot about each other.
My dad also has a channel here on YouTube where he plays his instrumental music. So if you like music or instrumental songs,
Guitar music.
head over to his channel.
Brendan Plays Instrumentals. It's free to join.
Every YouTube channel is free to join.
I'm just saying, some people might not know.
So yeah, head over. I'll link that below as well, so you guys can watch that. So
yeah, what are we doing here anyway? We got a plan?
yeah, we've got a plan. I've got some questions.
Rightio. Do you want to ask me questions?
So I'm going to start by asking you questions, and then if I can find where I saved them.
Don't ask how old I am, but say.
3 hours later.
I
Get
can't
prepared.
find the question.
That's it. That's the end of the show. Thanks for joining. See you again next time.
Okay, right.
Got my best shirt on.
Yeah, I made him change this shirt because he was gonna wear some fleece and it just didn't look nice.
Well, it looked alright.
It didn't look nice.
Well, I haven't got my glasses on, you know, didn't you? Well, obviously, you know, I can see I haven't got my glasses. Am I asking these?
No, I got to ask the questions and I got to answer them.
You're asking the questions and answering your own questions.
Bruh.
Or you.
So, am I just sitting here to look pretty?
You ask the questions but change the person, like as in what you're saying them in.
So, question 1. When is your dad's birthday?
You're supposed to say, when is my birthday?
Oh, it's you. I thought
Yeah,
it
no,
was me.
yeah, but you're asking from yourself
Oh, I see.
to me.
Well, I know when your birthday is.
No, you're asking
Bruh.
me when is your birthday and this chair's going down.
I see what you mean. Question 1. When is my birthday?
Your birthday is the 22nd of March. You were born in 9.
That's it. I'm not going to get identity frauded on this channel now, am I? What is my favourite colour?
Red, I think.
It is indeed red.
Brentford.
It's for Brentford Football Club red. Question 3. How much education has your dad completed?
So we have this discussion all the time because he thinks he's more educated than me because he has an NVQ in fridges.
Fridges, refrigeration and air conditioning parts 1 and 2.
He's more
2
educated.
years of evening classes that took me. Next question. What is my favourite food? Don't say everything.
Sweets.
Sweets.
Bananas and shrimps.
Bananas and shrimps.
Mint poppets.
Bin poppets. What about savoury dishes?
Pizza, I don't know.
No. I'm more educated than pizza. What do I cook?
Oh, spaghetti bolognese.
You haven't lived until you've had one of my spag bowls.
Mine's better.
Next question. What would I prefer not to do? DIY, laundry, or car maintenance?
Laundry, I reckon.
Bit of that in DIY as well.
Do you like DIY?
Well, it's a necessity. Most men will sympathise with me with that one. If I could do anything I wanted to do for 3 hours, what would it be?
Your music, watching
Music.
TV,
Well, I do that anyway.
films.
Be in a film?
Being a film. Is that your like dream?
No. I'm in a film now. I've achieved that one already. If I was to pick a vacation or a holiday for English people, which would I prefer? A luxury resort, a mountain cabin, this is definitely American, a vacation at home, or some form of international travel?
Out of them options.
Yeah. Well, we could substitute a mountain cabin for a little cottage in the
But
countryside.
like a wood, like, you know, a
Yeah.
lodge in the wood. Then
Yeah.
I think you'd go for the lodge in the woods.
Probably, that's quite
Because
nice.
that's what we normally do, isn't it?
As long as it's in touch with the coast, I like a bit of sea air. You don't get this complexion without getting a bit of sea air. But next question, where did your parents meet and how?
So you met, they used to work in, was it like a steward? You did stewarding at Wembley Arena, and that's how they met.
Do you know what the event was?
No.
Holiday on Ice. If I was to receive a £1,000 prize, what would I do with it?
Got like a curled bit of my hair.
Yeah,
If you-
I have that trouble.
If you was to receive a £1,000 prize, what would you do
Yeah.
with it? Go away? Mum's?
You're determined to get rid of me, aren't you?
I don't know. Go bike racing or something.
See, this is how little she knows me. What I would actually do would be to treat my loved ones. Not myself.
Well, I'll have some things that I
Treat my
want,
loved
so.
ones. And their first reaction is I go and waste it on myself, completely giving people the wrong idea of what I'm all about as a human being.
I'd spend it on myself.
What is my biggest pet hate
Your biggest pet hate?
that makes me really, really mad?
Everything pisses you off.
No, that's just being grumpy and old.
Don't know.
Do you know what I would say?
What?
Bad manners.
What, like no please and thank you?
Ignorance. There's nothing worse than ignorant people. Someone doesn't say please or thank you, you're dragged up out of the gutter. Next question. Name 3 adjectives. Now, you know what an adjective is, don't you?
Oh, what stupid.
Describing words to describe your wonderful father.
Tall.
Don't say fat.
Tall.
Tall,
Humorous.
humorous. That almost means big boned.
Grumpy sometimes.
Not grumpy.
You are sometimes.
Not at all.
You're well
not grumpy.
miserable.
No.
Today I woke up and I was like, we're going to film at 4. Oh, I can't do it today. I'm not feeling well. Well, you seem to look right as rain now.
What is this? Is your father a morning or an evening person?
Pretty more morning than evening.
Is your mother a morning or an evening person?
Neither.
Her mum is not a morning person.
She's grumpy.
Do not talk to her mum before 10 o'clock until she's had a tea and a fag. What is your father good at? Many, many things, isn't it?
Guitar.
Talented beyond belief. Don't spit it all out at once. I mean, don't rush to the camera to gush about how
You're
wonderful
average
your
at
father is.
DIY.
Average? Have you seen the bathroom? It's a palace in there.
Um,
What am I good at? Apart from playing the guitar, it's quite good. I'm good at.
You're good at
I'm good at
supplying me with money when I need to
quiz
go to the
shows.
pub.
Money when she needs to go to the pub. Come on, there must be something else I'm good at there. Come on, I'm feeling inadequate at the moment.
I can't think of it. You put the wardrobe together, alright?
Put the wardrobes, shelf units, DIY, everything.
Carpet laying,
Being a father. Good at being a father, right?
bed building.
2 kids, brought them up to adulthood. Wonderful adults. Bit maladjusted at times, but mostly they're well adjusted.
I think
Agree?
you've got yourself covered there.
I think I'm definitely going to be a victim of identity fraud after this film. Now you get to find out how little I know about Leanne.
Mum just texted me and said, I can only hear Dad. Sounds like he's taken over.
Not at all. Not at all. It's a
Right,
double
Dad.
act. Double act.
What was I like as a child?
What was Leanne like as a child? How long have we got to explain what was Leanne like as a child? Leanne was what you call a non-conformist of life. She rebelled against instruction and discipline.
Oh, that's probably just poor parenting. You wasn't strict.
And,
you wasn't strict enough with me.
But she had her lovely moments as well. And those are the ones we have to remember, not the rebellious times. But gorgeous young girl. As you can imagine, she gets all her looks from her mum.
What's something funny I did when I was younger?
Well, there was an incident in
You can't say that one.
You can't say that
No.
one? Well, come back to Leanne's rebellious nature. There's lots of situations where she decided to try and just escape. And
Where did I
at one
try?
time she nearly got drowned up in North Norfolk when the tide was coming in, and I had to jump into the water and rescue her. And I had my wallet in my pocket at the time, so we ended up with all these notes of money drying out. And good
No,
time.
so I was in the sea, and due to parental neglect, they was
Well,
too
she
busy.
said, come back!
I'd walked across the sea through a channel to this little island of sand. Then on my way back, I just fell into a hole and
Over her head. Bloop. Didn't you?
didn't I have armbands on though?
Yeah, you sort of went bloop and then come back up to the top again.
Or wasn't I holding onto an inflatable dolphin or
Yeah.
something? And the dolphin, I was
Yeah.
holding onto it and I was,
And I had to
keeping
jump
me.
in and drag her to safety. What was the question anyway? Memorable moments of yours?
Something funny I did when I was younger. Something funny, drowning myself.
There's million and one things, isn't there? When we went to firework thing at one time, when you and your brother spent the whole time buried underneath the canvas of the pushchair because you were flying, didn't see a thing. Many things like that.
Have you learned anything about makeup or beauty from me?
Absolutely nothing.
Because you don't take no interest.
Wait, this, see, I say to young ladies of today, be yourselves. Look at this face. It does not need makeup. Yeah.
She's a man, that's why.
This face underneath all this makeup here is still gorgeous like this. But she decides to,
I like makeup though. It's an
Think to
art,
care
it's an
herself
art form, isn't it?
in
So-
a different way.
What's a weird habit of mine?
Leanne's worst habit is, which one should I say? There's so many bad habits.
I don't think I have that many.
The disgusting habits. Not getting up in the morning is probably one of them. Turning the heating on when we're
I
in bed.
didn't, that wasn't me! That
Waking up
wasn't
at 3
me!
o'clock in the morning with all the
That wasn't
moisture
me. I
sacked
woke
out
up.
of our faces.
I woke up and the heating was on and I was thinking like, who's turned it on? It was one of them turned the heating on last night and won't admit to it. It was probably you.
She sleepwalks. That's
You
another bad
won't.
habit. She
No.
comes out of her room
No,
and runs
I don't.
around the house.
No, I
Frighten
don't.
absolute hell out of you if you bump
When
into her
have
at
I
night.
sleepwalked?
She's like a zombie.
He turned the heating on last night and he obviously doesn't want to admit it because Mum's had a go at him, so he's shifting the blame onto me.
One thing, the Leanne will learn this where the ladies are concerned, and the men will back me up here. The men are always in charge in a relationship.
That's
Very
not
true.
true.
Very sexist, but very true. What we do is we let the ladies think they're in charge.
Mum snaps her fingers and you come running. What are you on about?
Next question.
If you had to rename your daughter, what would you name her?
Well, I wanted to call you Rebecca, but Mum didn't like it because she said, oh, everyone could shorten it to Becky,
Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
which I was quite happy about. But I named the other one, the son, Carl, so Mum got the choice on this one. And she wasn't named after Leanne Battersby on Coronation Street. Let's just get that.
Where did you get my name from?
I don't know. Ask your mum. When Mum comes in here and does her video,
I don't think Mum will come onto this, to be fair.
nah,
She's too shy.
too shy.
When you guys go out to eat, what do I order? This one's easier. I always order the same thing.
You normally order scampi and chips, don't
No,
you?
I
Don't you?
don't. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing, isn't
The
it?
same
Cod
thing.
and chips.
One's like a shrimp, isn't it? Or a prawn
Yeah.
or something.
A mollusk.
Is that what a
No,
scampi is?
mollusk is snails.
A scampi. What is a scampi?
A scampi is a large shrimp that is usually fried and served with garlic.
I can't believe you got that wrong. I always order
Fish
the
and
same.
chips.
I always order the same thing. I never
You
order
always ask for a bag to take half of it back home at the end of the
a
meal.
doggy bag. What's something I do that annoys you?
quite often she'll open doors without knocking, especially if I could be, I've got a little room, Leanne's old room here now, I've converted into a little home music studio, so I could be doing something and recording, and I might have played something for about 15 times and got it wrong, and I'm really fed up, and I've just nailed it. Just this time, boom, the door comes open.
You do that to me all the
So
time.
there's one example of how annoyingly bad she can be, and frustratingly annoying.
We have an example of you bursting in on me while I was filming.
How do you know that was me? You can hear me
Because
speaking.
you can hear you say, I'm going to make a cup of tea, and there was loads more footage that I didn't put in, and you were like, oh, I can't get past the door.
Caught out there.
What's something I obsess over?
Herself. Without a shadow of a doubt. For the whole of my married life, since we've had Leanne, we have been waiting for her continuously. It never stops. We wait and we wait. Going anywhere, waiting, we wait and wait and wait. And then we're late. So many times.
Or you sit downstairs watching TV while I'm getting ready. I give you like an hour or two, and then the minute I'm ready and we're about to go out the door, he starts to get ready.
Not true.
It
Do
is
not
true.
believe a word of that's absolutely nonsense. Vicious lies.
Thought I ruined my lipstick. When were you most proud of me?
I would say I'm always proud of you, Leanne. Always.
You haven't
Don't
even been able
pick
to
any
go to
moment.
my graduation. Maybe that would have been.
That could have been the moment where I was most proud, but apparently we're going next year
It's got cancelled.
when the
due to
coronavirus is all gone.
COVID. What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Do you know that can't be revealed on a public channel such as this?
I think probably the sneaking out at night when I was 16 was quite bad.
Yeah, that's one. There's many. I can't name any one single thing.
I wasn't that bad.
Frightening. Non-conformist. You see, never do as she's told.
What would you change if you could raise me again?
What do you mean? What, personally?
Yeah, what would you change if you could, say if you had to do it all again?
I would make her early to rise, early to bed.
Yeah, but
type
I think
person.
it means like, what would you do differently?
Oh, I would have left home at about 4 years old. No, I can't do anything differently, and I'll tell you something to all the parents out there, and you know where I'm coming from. Never have any regrets, because we're all learning as we go along, and we're all making our mistakes when we're bringing up our kids. And I sound like an old philosophical old fool, but it's very true. So we all make mistakes and do things wrong and wish we could go, but you can't go back and change it. So just crack on, live your life.
Wise words.
Very wise words.
Right, I think
Are we done?
that's it. That's
Well-
all the questions.
Thanks very much for having me, Leanne. It's been an absolute bundle of joy.
Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. With lockdown and stuff at the moment, there's not really much else we can do. So I've got my
Basically,
dad.
she's scraping the bottom of the barrel. There was no one else to bring on, so she brought me on as a third-rate
We're
substitute.
not allowed to mix households, are we?
Right, no, there's that to it.
Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.
And I won't.
Bye! Dad will see you on his account.